I'm super sensitive when it comes to noise. Like, you don't want to even be my neighbor when it comes to this. And it's even worse now during lockdown, because during the lockdown, when the entire world has been and is still spending more time living and working at home, we've become more aware of the negative impact of noise. So explain for us the side effects of noise and why quieter technology and effective acoustic solution is needed now more than ever.
Well, that's a really interesting point. We are in what's called the work from home era. Deloitte recently did a survey, did it in January, and it showed that even post-pandemic, there's an expectation that over 32% of workers will continue to work from home. Home has very much become the office of the future, the office of the new normal, if you like. And when people are working from home, we ask the question, how conducive are our home environments to productivity? Background noise in an office, if it's conversation, or even at home, can reduce productivity. It's proven to reduce productivity by up to 66%. The reason for this, the scientific reason for this, is that we require at least two of our senses to deliver optimum response in any given stimulus. When we eat, we want to see the food before we taste it. When we go to the cinema, we want to hear the film as well as see the film. You're constantly engaging more than one sense. And if you've got one of those senses, your listening sense, distracted by background noise, it makes you less productive. When you're less productive by 66%, you have to work longer hours in order to complete your work. You worry, am I going to be able to complete my work? I'm distracted. And with that worry comes an elevation in your stress levels and your senses of anxiety. And that can have knock-on effects. It can actually lead to blood pressure and all sorts of illnesses. Working in your living room, which is adjoining to your open plan kitchen, suddenly you're very aware just how loud your fridge is. Can you put your kettle on when you're doing a Zoom call, for example, or does it scream? Do you have to mute the microphone? But that's where you can almost, through the products which are on quietmark.com, like I say, there's 61 different categories. One of the things we found is at the beginning of lockdown in March 2020, there were 350 products on quietmark.com. That's increased to over 1,000. It's tripled since the pandemic, with many, many more manufacturers coming to us saying, we recognize the demand for quiet. There's a work from home trend. We need to let consumers know that our products are quiet. And also, one of the things it's not just the number of products which have tripled during lockdown, but also the number of visits to our website. I look after marketing. I look at our organic search. Our organic search is growing exponentially. Visits to our website have more than tripled in the last year. And they're staying that way. People are clearly thinking, I need to improve my work environment. I need to improve the soundscape of my home. I'm going to check on QuietMark's website before I buy a product, what items are quiet. But they can also do that, like I said earlier, on johnlewis.com, on Argos. There are QuietMark pages. And people are very much looking for quiet before they buy something, because in this work from home era, they don't want that distraction. And they know that quieter products help their well-being.